Eat, Drink, DFW from the Dallas Morning News is made possible by Central Market.
Hello, and welcome to Eat, Drink, DFW, the podcast from the Dallas Morning News food team. Each week, we take a look at food and drink trends in North Texas, talk about restaurants in Dallas-Fort Worth, learn some new recipes, and sometimes even get tips from you, our listeners. I'm Julie Fisk, podcast producer for the Dallas Morning News, and this week we'll check out a new botanero in Dallas and share some sweet treats you'll want to look into. There are also some new restaurant chains hitting North Texas, and not everybody's thrilled about it. We'll tell you all about that right after this.
Central Market is really into food, like fish flown in so fresh it still has jet lag into food. Our sourdough starter has been around since grunge was a thing into food. We're talking more prime cuts than a greatest hits album into food. Central Market is really into food. If you are too, then we're the HQ for you. Whether you're a make every recipe in the cookbook foodie or a my favorite recipe is reheat type who just digs the delectable, no place makes every day more delicious like Central Market. Really into food. Shop now at centralmarket.com.
For the latest food and restaurant news in Dallas-Fort Worth, visit dallasnews.com/food. Also, we'd love to hear from you, so email us at eatdrink@dallasnews.com with any thoughts or suggestions. Today, I'm joined by our food writers, Sarah Blaskovich, Zakaria Washington, and Imelda Garcia. First of all, Sarah, I noticed that your Instagram feed has been packed lately. You have been a busy girl.
Yeah, so every 10 seconds or so, I think I'm eating a new cookie or a bagel or a something on Instagram, it seems. Thank goodness all of us here at Eat, Drink, DFW are hungry all the time, and we are all more visible than ever on socials right now. So for those who want to follow along with our delicious adventures, be sure you're following DMN Food and Dallas News on Instagram. We're having a lot of fun with it.
I get hungry looking at it, though, so be ready for that. And speaking of, you went behind the scenes with a seriously popular Instagrammer who goes by the name of Dave's Pizza Oven. Who is Dave, and why should Dallasites know all about him?
So Dave is a regular guy who sells eye equipment to optometrists during the week, okay?
Okay.
But in his spare time, he has amassed an incredible 1.3 million followers across platforms on social media as a pizza maker who is learning to perfect his pizza dough while a huge audience of people watch him do it. Now, I like Dave because he teaches regular folks how to make pizza at home, and they're using the ovens already in their kitchens. But when I realized he was speaking to a massive Instagram audience right from his home in East Dallas, I realized we needed to feature him in the Dallas Morning News. Just a little side note, he lives so close to me, I could have walked home.
Oh, wow.
Like a neighbor.
Is he like worried that you're just going to start showing up now?
Well, I do want to.
So he should be, in other words.
Yeah, he doesn't sell these pizzas, right? Like the thing he does is make them for Instagram. This is not a cottage industry like pizza business. It's really just making pizzas on Instagram. So I just wondered if after he makes all those pizzas, who eats them? Mm-hmm. And he was like, well, my friends and my wife and stuff. But he admits his wife doesn't love pizza. I know. And so, yeah. Maybe I'll knock on Dave's door and see if he's got any extra pizzas every once in a while.
Seriously, I'll join you.
Right?
Yeah.
So Zakaria joined me to watch Dave in action, and he made us 3 pizzas and filmed himself making each one. Zakaria, what'd you think?
I really like the fact that his setup is not like this super high-tech thing. If you have an oven, it's something that you can definitely do at home. You don't need super advanced tech gear either. All he had was like a few lights, his phone, and this mirroring contraption that helped him see what he was doing. And that was it. This mirroring thing is worth explaining, guys. So he had his phone on a little tripod, but then he had this little thing next to it that showed what his phone was seeing. So basically it would be the same as if somebody were standing on the other side of the phone. But the beauty of his setup is like there was not a whole production crew. It's just him making the pizzas. And so he could see what his phone was seeing to be sure that, you know, his pizza was in the frame. It's just so simple, but I was like, oh, I need one of those. Literally, I need one too. I didn't know that existed, but it changed the way I see content creation. And I think that anyone who is getting into it should definitely look into this device.
So this is a pizza aficionado that became famous, like massive.
Yeah.
Famous.
In a town that arguably is not a pizza town.
Yeah.
Like, I think Dallas is getting better with pizza every year. But there was a really long time when we did not have huge diversity of pizzas. And now name a kind of pizza that you could find in any part of the country or world, and you can find it here in Dallas. It also feels like Dave was just right on time. Yeah. You know, at a time when we want to make more stuff at home and people are excited about baking and, you know, people are coming off of the pandemic with some extra extra skills. Dave came in right then.
Does he have a pizza oven?
So he does have 3 pizza ovens in his backyard. He doesn't like them as much as the oven in his home. And the oven in his home, which this matters to me, right? Like what kind?
Yeah.
Well, it's the KitchenAid that came with his house.
Wow.
Like not a special one he bought and had installed. It's just the one.
And that's why I said anyone can do this at home. He makes it right in the oven that came with his house.
One thing that didn't make the story is that there's a window right behind where he films and right next to the oven. It doesn't have a shade on it. And so it was bringing too much backlight into his videos. And so he went outside and hung a towel with duct tape outside of his kitchen window. That makes the video look better. But it was just one of several examples where he's like, guys, I'm just a guy making pizza. Look at the towel I hung in my backyard.
But were the pizzas good?
I've tried to make homemade pizzas a million times, and we have an Uni pizza oven. His pizzas were 5,000 times better than ours.
Yeah.
Really good pizzas. And he's obsessed with cheese pizza because he thinks it's the best canvas to compare yesterday's cheese pizza and last week's cheese pizza so that he can get these little nuances fixed. But his favorite pizza is pepperoni, burrata, basil, and hot honey. And he made us one of those. And it was my favorite of the 3 we tried.
Is there a story behind this? Why did he start with the pizza?
Yes, he says that his wife asked him 4 years ago on date night if they could make pizzas together at home. And it was like she created a monster accidentally because he got into it and then he kept making pizzas. And he told us she doesn't really like pizza that much, but here we are now he's the pizza guy.
He can expand because I'm sure he's making pizza every Friday and Saturday night now, and you don't need that much pizza.
Well, I asked him what he would make Instagram tutorials of next, if not pizza. He said something that surprised me. He said cookies. So
wow.
He's a baker, right? Because the pizza dough part is really more baking than cooking. I've also watched him on Instagram recently make Philly cheesesteaks and a beautiful looking smash burger. So perhaps at Dave's Pizza Oven will become at Dave's Other Things. And I'm in favor of that.
So Imelda, you wrote about a new botanero in Dallas, and forgive me, but what is a botanero?
Okay, so a botanero is a type of a bar. It has a long tradition in Mexico where for every drink that you order, you receive a free snack or botana. So the idea is that your table is never empty. So you always have a drink and some food.
I like that.
And you're not drinking on an empty stomach.
That's right.
Yeah. Wow. So is it like a cantina, Imelda?
There's a difference between a cantina and a botanero. A cantina it's the same principle that you receive something with a drink, but in the case of a cantina, it's more elaborate dishes, seafood soup, or maybe some carne asada, But in a botanero, it's only snacks. It's little things. So yeah, the news is that a new botanero is set to open in May, right in the heart of Dallas. It's going to be called Sor Juana. Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz was a poet in the 17th century. She was a nun, so she was a pioneer in poetry in colonial Mexico. So Sor Juana will open on Canton Street in a historic building dating back to 1930. And this building was occupied by the Desco Tile Company. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. This is very close to the farmer's market, and the atmosphere there is that of a traditional Mexican cantina with a main room, and they have a small lounge where they plan to host art and community events. So they will serve beer, tequila, mezcal, and other drinks. And in addition to the botanas, they will have other dishes on the menu too. So this will be a great spot to have chisme sessions with your friends. Yes.
I just want to note that this is walking distance from the Dallas Morning News. So count me in for some chisme and some snacks.
Absolutely.
And a cocktail.
Yes, we should go.
So Zacharia, you wrote about an ice cream cereal spot, and I have been fantasizing about this place ever since I saw your reel on Instagram.
Yes, it's called the Spelled Milk. Love the name. It's a cereal bar, actually. They have over 1,000 cereals in stock.
Wow.
I can name like 6.
There are so many cereals. I've never been to a place like this, and actually it's one of the only cereal bars in the DFW area. But they're also a dessert lounge, and so they offer everything from cereals to ice cream, milkshakes, toppings, anything you can really think of. They also have like imported candies and cereal merch. It's just a really cool spot. And they have lots of games where you can just play with your friends and hang around. It's so cool.
Is there drinking here?
No. No, that's the one thing that they don't have. I spoke with the owner, Michael Good. He said that he thought about that, but it's just too much with permitting. And I'm sure we've all heard of the permitting woes that come with trying to get alcohol at a spot.
It sounds like a safe, fun place for people under the age of 21 to hang out.
Yes, they stay open till 2 a.m. in the Bishop Arts District.
Ooh, if you're under 21, get home. Yeah. That's too late.
And so I actually was going there with some friends one weekend, and Michael casually mentioned that they were going to be opening a McKinney Allen location. So they are expanding, and the new location will be bigger and better, he says, than the original flagship store.
So tell me what you got to eat, because it was like ice cream cereal. Like, build it for me, because it was beautiful.
I actually, when I was there, had ice cream mixed in with Cocoa Puffs and Reese's Puffs cereal.
Okay.
So I had like a mixture of ice cream with the cereal in there, and it was so good. I literally kept thinking about it because my friends and I, we went on Sunday. I thought about it all throughout the week.
Yeah.
I had to go back. I went back on like Wednesday.
Oh, it looked amazing.
And also the owner, he says if you tell him like an ice cream that you want him to make, he can make it custom for you. He said someone once wanted a pizza flavored ice cream and he made it. And get this, he said it wasn't that bad.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I would try it, but can I tell you guys something that's a little bit of a hot take? I don't really like cereal.
Oh, what?
But I really like ice cream and all the accoutrement. So I think my gateway to cereal is putting it on ice cream.
You should definitely do that.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
You will walk out of there a changed woman.
I stopped listening at 1,000. So
Yeah.
I'm in shock. I don't even think there's 1,000 brands of cereal in America. It's crazy. Do they have from abroad or?
It's from all over the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
And finally, Sarah, you stood in line at Pop-Up Bagels, which opened its first Texas shop last week at Lovers and Inwood. Is it worth the hype?
So far, yes, I think so. So the deal with this bagel shop is that people spent all week waiting in lines to eat its bagels. And there's a lot of chatter online about whether people should wait in line for bagels, right? I mean, I feel like no. And I also don't like for something popular to happen in Dallas food and for me not to see it firsthand. So I did stand in line and I'm not sorry I did so. But on opening day, I should say, my wait was only about 15 minutes because they were like hustling in there.
Wow.
And then it was another 5 minutes for them to hand me hot bagels.
Well, but that is not actually very long, Sarah. I mean, what makes that place different?
So there's a big thing. I thought I understood how to eat a bagel, and this place challenges that. So they don't cut your bagels in half. Their slogan at Pop-Up Bagel is grip, rip, and dip. So you have to rip your bagel apart yourself in order to eat it. And like, okay, I'm 50-50 on whether that is super annoying or like low-key brilliant because they just cut out a step in a not very long step process to getting bagels out the door. Also, my first attempt to grip, rip, and dip didn't work. So they hand out super hot bagels. And when they do that, they yell hot bagels. And then I got my hot bagels and here's what happened. Okay, y'all want to see how this works? We grip. Woo, those are hot. Hot. We rip. Too hot to rip. We put them back. We're going to rip in a minute.
Did you eat it?
So I did finally grip, rip, and dip. I did. But some of the Dallas Morning News journalists were giving me trouble after that Instagram video. They were like, here's the slogan. You grip, you rip, and you put it back. Which is what I did. And then I reached back in there. But like when they say hot bagels, y'all,
They're serious.
oh my gosh, that's impressive, actually.
I'm kind of on board with this. I mean, because personally, I don't love a bagel sandwich. I don't get it. It's
Yeah?
like when you do that, you're taking a beautiful chewy bagel and you're turning it into a sandwich because then it's all about what's inside.
Yep.
But something like this, it's about the cream cheese. Speaking of which, I saw that they had some sort of like schmear collab.
Yes. So they collaborated with Wingstop, which is from Dallas, and they had a lemon pepper cream cheese. And it was super punchy and super peppery. And like we've established, you have to do it yourself here. So you rip your bagel open and then you get this little bucket of cream cheese. And I drug mine through that lemon pepper Wingstop cream cheese. and I really liked it.
Did it remind you of Wingstop?
Yeah, I mean, there's an essence there. If you would, who's putting chicken wings and bagels together? Not us, except I did last Friday, and y'all, it worked.
So you can find all of these stories and more at dallasnews.com/food. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about a bakery chain that is taking over DFW and why many of you hate that idea.
Central Market is really into food. Like when we say cheese, it's in 12 languages into food. Butchers, bakers, and sushi roll makers into food. We're talking so obsessive about quality you can shop blindfolded into food. Central Market is really into food. If you are too, then let us turn your shopping list into a treasure map. Get inspired, get adventurous, or just get a chef-made dinner when you've got more taste buds than time. No place makes every meal more amazing like Central Market. Really into food. Shop now at centralmarket.com.
Coming up, we've got the great bakery debate. But first, a quick reminder that you can always reach out to the Dallas Morning News food team at eatdrink@dallasnews.com. We love hearing your thoughts, and please take a minute to review the podcast wherever you can, preferably 5 stars. And we love it when people leave sweet comments. Hint, hint. So, Sarah, your story about the Mamans opening all around town seems to have hit a nerve. You reported that the New York City bakery is expanding across DFW and that it has plans to open 10 locations in 3 years. Woo! They even gave you the addresses for the next 5 in DFW. But people had thoughts, okay? So here are just a few of the comments from the Instagram post about it.
Charles Bassett said, a New York City bakery in Dallas? Seriously? Girlfriend, you are way out of your league. You stick with the Nor'easters and leave the bacon to us. We got this. Hashtag support local.
Brenda Sophia says, I love Maman, but 10 locations? Yikes. Feels like they're overestimating their reach.
And finally, here's one from Crust and Crumb. It says, why is this place getting so much press? Ridiculous. There are plenty of homegrown bakeries that deserve more attention. At DMN Food, she said, do better.
Ow, wow. Well, Sarah, you have been covering the Maman takeover for a while. So what's going on and why has this struck a nerve?
This is so interesting to me. Okay, on the one hand, we have people who are falling all over themselves to eat at Maman. It has truly great cookies and lunch sandwiches, and Martha Stewart collaborated with them. So the hype is totally there. On the other hand, it feels like a big brand bakery is coming into town and that the little bakeries are going to get squashed. And I see both of these sides. Now, here's a little bit of context that is maybe interesting. The reason Maman is opening so many shops is because it works on a commissary kitchen model. So the dollars and cents only work if they have one central kitchen that supplies all the pastries and the cookies to all locations. By that logic, opening 5 in 1 year is not that surprising from a business perspective, and we're seeing other companies do it. Snarf's Sandwiches is a perfect example. They're also sort of blanketing the area. It's like, if we're coming big. Now, for what it's worth, Maman does not read to me like this mega giant bakery. It is not the Starbucks of cookies, in my opinion. It's quaint and cute, and despite the fact that it has grown from one location in Soho to over 50 locations in about a dozen years, I don't know, like I talked to the co-founder myself on the phone last week. It's not like this massive company is out of reach.
I have a question. Is this Maman from Mama from in French, or is it like Mamani for the restaurant? Or
good question, because I've heard a couple of different pronunciations of this.
Yes, so it's spelled Maman, M-A-M-A-N. It is the French word pronounced mama. So if you want to get hip with the lingo, call it mama. But I've been hearing people around town call it Maman too, and I don't know that there's anything wrong with that. One important differentiation here. Mamani, our 1-star Michelin restaurant in Uptown. This is Maman, the word Maman with an I at the end. So almost the exact same word, and also a French word. Maman and Mamani have nothing to do with one another.
Wow.
Just to complicate things.
Well, and with this many locations, I think at some point in time, the pronunciation will be decided for us,
Sure. I think that's exactly right. I mean, I'm curious what you guys think. Do you feel for the local bakers and the local customers who are like, why is everybody looking, at the hot girl in the room? Or do you understand the hype around Mama?
I'm always #support local, but I think that there's enough room for everybody to shine.
I understand the hype, and I think everybody has a favorite local business to go to, but you have to be on board of what is happening in the baker business, in the restaurant business,
Well, and I think 10 new locations, that's newsworthy. That's a big deal. And that's, of course, why would we be talking about it. But people aren't wrong that there are a lot of great bakeries in town. So let's talk about that a little bit, give everybody some equal time. And I have to throw one out for Casa Linda Bakery. Like, we've been going there since my kids were babies. How long has that been around? I mean,
it has to have been around a long time because my parents actually got their wedding cake from Casa Linda.
Oh, that's so cool.
They've been married for 26 years now.
Wow.
Oh.
And they have these little iced flour cookies that just kind of melt in your mouth. I could eat like 20 of them. In fact, I'd like to try just to see how many I could eat.
That sounds like a good party favor.
We had them at one of our graduation parties and they were gone so fast. So yeah, those are perfect.
Well, I don't have a sweet tooth, and I always prefer like a salty bread. So I'm fan of bagels. I love bagels. And bolillos. Do you know what a bolillo is?
No.
It's like a salty roll where you can put like ham in it or cheese or whatever.
Girl, I have been mispronouncing that. I've been calling them bolillo. Say it again for me.
Bolillo.
Bolillo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got it. It's a Mexican bolillo.
We need you, Imelda.
Yes.
If I have to choose a sweet bread, that would be conchas. I know you love conchas also.
Yum, yum, yum.
They are sweet, but not that sweet. They have this sweet crust, colorful crust. And when they are right out of the oven, they are amazing, guys. And there are some places here that sell very good conchas. One of them is Latino's Bakery, Garland. And the other one is El Sol Panaderia in Irving. Those are local bakeries run by local people. And if you need some Mexican bread, go there.
I'll add a couple of my favorite local bakeries. Cafe Duro. I love its Zatar croissant and the chocolate chip cookie. And in fact, my children have dined on that chocolate chip cookie for breakfast on weekends, more Saturdays than I'm willing to admit. Also, another bakery that is very worthy of all the attention is La Casita.
Oh, yes.
It is still one of the most prolific bakeries in DFW because it supplies the pastries to dozens, if not more, of indie coffee shops in Dallas. So, you know, you go to a coffee shop and they have gorgeous pastries. I'm always asking who made them. And gosh, 9 times out of 10, it's La Casita. I really love them. Now, I will say, if anybody goes to Maman, try their cookie too. I find it to be pretty great. And there was also a chicken salad sandwich at Maman that was really good. And here's an interesting tidbit. The bread from that chicken salad sandwich is made locally. They partnered with Empire Bakery, which supplies the bread to a lot of restaurants around town. And so, yeah, this is an out-of-towner, but they have leaned on a local company to make this delicious sandwich. So we're coming full circle, aren't we?
Yes. Yeah.
Here's my point of view. Most people I know are going to try out Maman, and I think that they should. And if you're feeling guilty about that, go visit another bakery also. I mean, here's the story. Make it a 2-cookie day, and you won't be sorry.
Oh, yeah. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
So that is all the time we have for today. If you have thoughts to share or you're sitting in your car just screaming the name of a bakery we missed, please tell us all about it at eatdrink@dallasnews.com. Special thanks to Dallas Morning News Assistant Managing Editor Christopher Wynn, who delivers this podcast to you hot and fresh every week. For the news, I'm Julie Fisk. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Eat, Drink, DFW from the Dallas Morning News is made possible by Central Market.